need be, a crew member can go up there and throw it in the water. At that point, just wait for further instructions from the crew member. The vessel has fire extinguishers throughout the entire boat. There's one inside the wheelhouse, one inside the galley, one on each side of the bunk room as you walk down on the outer half bunk. Up on the bow, there's a life ring buoy, so in the event of someone falling overboard, if you're up on the bow, just keep your eye on them, point your finger at them, yell man overboard, repeatedly grab that life ring buoy, throw it in the water as close as you can to wherever it is. It's very important that you keep your eye on them, keep your finger on them, and keep yelling man overboard. Whoever's driving the boat at the time is going to look at where you are, where you're looking, where you're pointing, and that's how we're going to find the individual. It takes place on the back of the boat here. You're going to follow the same procedure. But just grab anything that floats, a trash can or a bucket, anything like that's going to work just fine. The trash can's a great example. It's going to float. You throw the entire trash can in the water. It's going to make a nice big debris pile. And then once we get the guy back on the boat, we can make fun of him floating in a bunch of trash. The vessel is equipped with a synchronized smoke alarm system. So in the event of a fire or smoke or anything like that, they're going to go off all at the same time. A lot of times there's somebody down in the bunk room that likes the bin. It can cause it to go off. When it goes off, they're all going to go off at the same time. So if you don't see a crew member running around in their underwear, chances are everything's fine. Stay in your bunk so we don't get up. We'll reset it. We'll continue on our journey. There's a fire escape ladder all the way forward on the starboard side. That's going to be your right-hand side of the boat. So if you're in the bunk room and you're on the port side, you're going to slide across the bunks all the way to the right-hand side of the boat to the starboard side. You're going to climb that ladder. You're going to climb up inside the wheelhouse. You're either going to go straight through the roof, or if we have to, we're going to punch the windows out. You guys can slide down the front of the boat, kind of like a slide. There's only two places that a fire can take place on this vessel. It's either inside the galley or it's inside the engine room. If it takes place inside of the galley, you're going to come out to the stern the same way that you walk down into the bunk room. If it takes place in the engine room, you're going to use that ladder. So if you're on the port side, you're going to slide across the bunks all the way forward, climb up the ladder on the starboard side. If it's inside of the engine room, if it's inside of the galley, you're going to come up the stairs the same way that you go down. Life jackets are located inside of the galley on the port side underneath the bench. If you need a life jacket, you just toss the blue cushion inside, you grab a life jacket, you put it on. If you see somebody that's struggling, you go ahead and assist them, and then at that point just wait for further instructions from a crew member. The engine room has a fixed firefighting system. In the event of a fire down there, it's automatically going to go off. It's going to shut everything off. It's going to get real quiet. Everyone's going to know. We never had to use any of this stuff. We don't plan on using it. It's just important that everybody knows where it is and how it works. As far as the safety stuff, do you guys have any questions? Alright, that's going to cover that. I'm going to introduce your crew to you real quick. Up in the wheelhouse now, you have Sean. He's going to be running this trip. My name is Michael. I'll be driving at night as well as helping you guys out during the day. I'm out on deck here. You're going to have Robbie and Tony. And then inside the galley, you're going to have Chris. So you got Sean, Mike, Robbie, Tony, and then Chris inside the galley. Our galley works on an honor program. So if for some reason somebody's not in there when you guys want to drink, just go ahead and help yourself to the cooler. Just ask that you guys mark it down. As far as the crew goes, do you guys have any questions on that side? Cool. Now we get into a fun part, fishing. The fishing's been a little bit inconsistent. It's been pretty good. It's also been a little bad. It's been a day-by-day thing. There's been a lot of bluefin. There's been a lot of yellowfin. There's been a good amount of dorado. It's just kind of hit or miss. The water right now is very generic as far as temperature goes and clarity. So it's kind of, there's a lot of hunting involved in it and then finding the fish. But once you find the fish, it can be very producing in a sense. This trip being an overnight trip, you're going to be headed south here. You're probably going to go about 60 or 70 miles south, basically right to the edge of Mexican waters. We might be in Mexican waters for a little bit of the day here tomorrow. We're going to get as far south as we can, and we're going to kind of work north here. So starting out in the morning, we're probably going to be looking for turnbird eels for yellowfin, as well as kelp patties for dorado and yellowtail. And as the day goes on, we're going to be working our way kind of to the north. We'll be looking for more of that yellowfin and bluefin just to maximize our fishing time. So we're going to get get as far south as we can here. We've talked to some of these boats that were out there today as well as yesterday, and we have a pretty good idea of where we want to be. Some of them had good hits on this Dorado and Yellowtail on the kelps. A couple of them had good opportunity on this bluefin and yellowfin. So ultimately, that's what we're going to be looking for here. As far as your tackle goes, you're going to want to just about have everything set up from a 20 pound, a 25, a 30, and a 40 pound fly line setup. You're going to want to use fluorocarbon. You're probably going to be using like number 4 hooks. So 20, 25, 30, 40 pound fly line setup, fluorocarbon number 4 hook. For your heavier line, that 40 pound fly line, you probably get away with like a 1/0 circle hook. I think that'll be you guys just fine for that heavier line. When you start out in the morning, you're going to want to use your heavier stuff. So you can either start with your 30 or 40 pound line. And if that works, great. If it doesn't, at that point, we'll go into our finesse mode. We'll knock it down to that lighter line. Start using the 25, 20 pound stuff. Start out with that 30, 40 pound stuff. If you have an additional 40 pound stick, go ahead and set it up with a cold sniper. Something that's shiny. Don't use a silver and purple. Use like a silver and blue, or silver and green, or an all silver and pink. All those have been working real well. Don't go with the dark colors. I wouldn't use a purple and silver. I wouldn't use a black and silver. I wouldn't use one of those. Either go with an all silver, a blue and silver, a pink and silver, a green and silver, something like that. A lot of this yellowfin and stuff like that that's been on these bait balls, a lot of them are chasing around sardine balls as well as anchovy balls. So you really want to match that. You're not going to match it with purple. Go with either the green silver, blue and silver, or an all silver. If you have the all in silver, I would definitely go with the all in silver. If you guys want to set up with a sinker rig, you can go ahead and do that with like a 40, 50 pound setup. Those have been working real well too for this yellowfin bluefin stuff during the day. If you're going to do that, you want to make sure that you're using a 1 or 2 rod circle hook. So basically, you're going to have a 20, 25, 30, 40 pound fly line setup, fluorocarbon, number 4 hooks. If you're going to be using a 40 pound fly line, you're going to want to use a 1/0 circle hook. A 40 pound setup with like a cold sniper, you can do with a 50 as well, 40 or 50 pound cold sniper setup. And then you also have a 40 or 50 pound setup, set it up with a sinker rig. With the sinker rigs, I would probably use like a 4 ounce or 6 ounce torpedo. It's going to be your best bet as far as that side of it. There hasn't been any fish caught on the surface iron. A lot of times, like with the kelp patties, if they have yellowtail or Dorado and stuff, you have a chance of getting them with their surface iron, but you're going to have a lot better opportunity by using a live bait. I would strongly recommend using a live bait for that, especially with Dorado. A lot of times they tend to shake their head a lot and jump out of the water. You're using a jig and it throws that hook, and that hook goes flying back to the boat. You can potentially hurt somebody, or you're going to put a nice hole in my boat, and I'm not going to be very appreciative. So you can use a live bait. That's going to be your best bet. It's going to be your best opportunity, especially with Dorado and yellowtail and kelp. If they're there, they're going to use your live bait. Something about it. We don't even need a throw bait half the time. Well, if we have it, with that type of fishing, you don't have to throw bait. Therefore, you don't have to throw it shit. So you're going to have a 20, 25, 30, 40 pound setup, fluorocarbon, number 4 hook. For the heavier line, use a 1/0 circle hook. If you have a 40 or 50 pound setup, you can go ahead and set it up with a sinker rig with a 4 to 6 ounce torpedo. If you have an extra 40 pound rod, you can go ahead and set it up with something shiny. Crocodile, cold sniper, anything like that's going to work just fine. We're not going to be doing any night fishing tonight, so you guys aren't going to need some night flick or flat balls or anything like that. Like I said before, we're going to get as far south as we can to maximize our fishing time. Are there any questions as far as what I'm recommending here for tackle? What's that? Sure, 20, 25, 30, 25 fly lines with fluorocarbon, number 4 hooks. For the heavier line, use a 1/0 circle hook. If you have a 40 pound setup, set it up with a cold sniper. your 50-pound setup, you want to set it up with a 6 rig, anywhere from a 4 to 6 ounce torpedo. No night jigs, no flat balls, we're not going to need it. We're going to get as far south as we can. Out of everything that I recommended here, if you don't have the right stuff, if you don't have the right pole, if you don't have the right tackle or like anything along those lines, let a crew member know. We have all this stuff on the boat. We don't have any problem letting you guys use it or giving you what you need. We want to make sure that you guys capitalize on the opportunities of the fish that we're going to be getting you guys on. So if you don't have the right stuff, let one of us know. Don't be shy. The last thing I want is to come out here in the morning and be stopped on fish and see somebody using the wrong stuff. That isn't what I recommended. So if you don't have it, don't be shy. Talk to one of us. We're not going to charge you for it. We're happy to let you guys use it. We want to make sure that you guys have the best opportunity to be able to get these fish, given what us clients are, to be able to get you guys on it. So don't be shy. If you don't have it, let us know. We'll take care of you guys. Other than that, that's about all I got. Do you guys have any questions as far as tackle recommendation? Alright, the last thing to do is to go fishing and have a good time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bueno amigos, aquí venimos regresando de las Tunas. Primera vez que venimos a las Tunas. La verdad no tenemos la experiencia. Tuvimos bastantes errores en grabar y desgraciadamente pues no pude hacer buenas tomas. Dejé mi cámara encendida, algunas no pude grabar, pero espero que les guste este video. Y pues la experiencia es la que cuenta. Poco a poco vamos tomando experiencia cada día más y espero tener una experiencia nueva. Y espero que les guste este video, este corto video de tunas, que nomás pude grabar una, la otra me descargó la cámara, ya no pude grabar, porque sinceramente la emoción que uno está aquí se le olvida todo. Así que señores, espero que les guste este video. Seguimos activados al 503, que Dios me los bendiga y me los guarde. Los miramos a la próxima. Fish on, papá. Ya, ay no, se hizo la machaca. Cap. Color. Yep. Color. Yep.
Where you at? One more time here. Don't bring him out of the water. Pull him up slow. Up.
Woo! Yeah, baby. Got it, no problem. Thank you.
New hook.
Number 8.
Number 8?
Yes, sir. Tunas, señores, dedicado a mi familia. Casita. Perdón, disculpe. Ya le pegué un Permiso, cuco. No la podía parar.
Got more birds to do again. How we do it on this table. Knock back shit out. Gilligan. Let's get that one. Let's do it. Guys, if you get Chris on the good hand,
Go ahead, go ahead.
Your hook's too big. That hook you're fishing on is too big.
¿Cuántas llevo? Oiga, ¿dos?
Una y me reventó la otra.
Sí, ahorita me la la
Under. 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 Thank you, man.
Going straight upstream. You want to always want to cast on the side that you're going to take. Your best chance. 25-pound line.
Tony,
Live bait, change it every 30 seconds.
Tony, fish don't swim, dude.
Don't swim.
Size as we go in the size of mustache. Designer hooks are a little bit bigger than mustache hooks. Any size on an owner, Gamakatsu, Hayabusa, they're all going to be bigger.
He's going to get bit.
Right here. There's a couple in there.
Ah.
Nibble. How was that bait hook? No way.
I've been doing it all day on purpose. You got bit?
Cuidado con la manguera ahí.
All you got to do is just push the hose through, you know, slide it a little bit.
Another one. I wanted to get bit. That's what I think it is, man.
That's what I'm doing, dude.
Yeah.
Can you tell? I'm just kind of real slow.
Háblale, amigo. Échale, échale.
Pásale.
Abusado con las líneas joven aquí. No, la de 20 no sé, y entra de 20.
¿Quién?
El joven este. Fueron dos.
¿Se le reventó?
Sí, la cortó. La mordió.
What happened? You gotta check your feet to make sure it's not free. You don't want to cut it up pretty good.
Fíjate la mandarina. cámara ahí adentro. Guapa la cámara ahí adentro.
Fucking ass in that hole. Been off for a week, bitch. Bumping out. It's nasty in there. Yep. Also throwing them down the buckets, whatever.
El día de hoy con el amigo Chago. F6 Pesca.
Que ya no tiene espacio en la cámara.
Sí, tiene todavía, no me estoy diciendo nada. Aquí sacando puras bestias. Ahí estamos, señores, seguimos activados. Y por ahí conocimos a un amigo que ahorita los vamos a presentar, que ya vamos a dar los de último. Por acá está un amigo. Un placer haberlo conocido aquí en el barco y le agradezco. Un placer de haberlo conocido aquí en el barco, le digo. Ahí un saludo que quiera mandar.
No, nadie.
A nadie. Okay.
Nadie que venga a pescar, ¿no?
Eso es todo, eso es todo. Ahí estamos entonces, un gusto.
Ahí estamos.
Bueno,
Okay.
así es, señores, así que así vamos a ver el fin de este video el día de hoy. Ahorita me extraño otra vez de regreso, así que espero que les guste este video. Seguimos activados en 503. Seguimos activados. La matadera.
Don't throw any more bait now.
Ahí estamos, señores. Chulada. Ahí estamos, señores. Seguimos activados con el compa Chago que las hizo pedazos ayer.
Las hicimos pedazos.
Sí, porque el pedazo se estaba sacando.
Los pedazos estaba sacando el tiburón, me lo estaba quitando.
Ya está.